In the early stages of a startup, what you really want to do is identify product market fit and workflows that are sticky and valuable in the real world. And you want to identify those things as quickly as possible. To do that, one of the ways you can do that is with a deployed engineering model where you try to shrink the gap between the person who's using the software and the person who's building that software. You shrink that gap, you shrink the iteration speed, and that is how you build product very, very quickly. We were chatting before about how do you identify value? And it's a bit more art than science in some ways, but there are still strategies you can use like that to help you get there quickly. I think the other reality is that in early stage startups, you have to be ready to build things that don't stick. And that's something that a lot of engineers can struggle with. A lot of us are perfectionists in some way. Being comfortable with imperfection or letting things go is really important in deployed engineering because we've all, well, maybe not, sorry. I've built a lot of things that have died or haven't made it for whatever reason, but I've come to learn that the process of building those things is more about understanding the problem than it is about building beautiful technology or like engineering for the sake of engineering. And if that's the kind of thing you enjoy, FDE will be a great role for you.
Like I can go to a prison and I can speak to someone about a problem and then come back in like 20 minutes with a thing and say, hey, is this the thing? Like, does this feel good? And I can deploy something in a safe way for them to test out for 2 days and get back. And then to Mark's point, like bin it or say like, yeah, fantastic, let's run with this. And also the refactoring story is really easy too. As an example, we have several different apps built on a slightly standardized way. And I'm trying to set up some commonality in how we do logging. Where do our logs go and how are they permissioned and what is the big bucket that they land in and how do we query them? And being able to take like 10 different repositories that I didn't write and like say, right, cool, these work, now let's build a common thing in 2 days is class, it's great.
To give an example, it might be quite obvious now, but with our defense product, Gotham, apparently there was a stage where we didn't have maps. And one of the forward deployed engineers said, I'm going to build a map. And basically the CTO went, if you do that, I'm going to fire you. That is absolutely the worst idea ever. No one needs maps. But had such strong conviction that now it is basically one of the core pieces of the product. So yes, you'll try lots of things. Some of them won't work, but you need to be convicted enough to know that I have looked at multiple problems here. I've understood the customer. I've understood the problem. I know that this is a good bet to put my time.